Hello everyone and welcome back to your go-to channel for exploring the fascinating world of coins from around the globe. Today, we're taking a deep dive into one of the United Kingdom's iconic decimal coins, the 1971 UK 5 new pence coin. Is it rare? How much is it worth today in circulated condition? And should you keep it if you find one? Stick around because we're answering all of that and more in today's episode. Let's rewind to 1971. This year marks a turning point in British currency history. The UK transitioned from the old system of pounds, shillings, and pence to the simpler decimal system we know today. The 5 new pence coin was part of that change. Even though it was introduced a little earlier in 1968, the 1971 dated version is significant because it was the first year decimal coins were used for everyday transactions across the entire United Kingdom. The coin replaced the old shilling, and interestingly, both were accepted for a short time before the older coins were demonetized. The design of the 1971 5 new pence coin is both elegant and classic. On the obverse, we have the portrait of Queen Elizabeth II, designed by Arnold Machin. This iconic side shows the Queen wearing the Girls of Great Britain and Ireland tiara. Asterisk, flip it over and on the reverse, you'll see a stylized Scottish thistle, crowned, representing Scotland. This design was created by Christopher Ironside. The edge of the coin is milled, and it's made of a copper-nickel alloy, that's 75% copper and 25% nickel. Its diameter is 23.59 millimeters, and it weighs 5.65 grams. Now, how many of these coins were made? Well, the 1971 5 new pence had a massive mintage. Over 353 million coins were struck that year. Because of this high number, the coin is considered very common, especially in circulated condition. You'll still find many of them in old jars, coin boxes, and even in circulation from time to time, although the new pence design was eventually replaced in 1982 by the 5 pence wording. Let's get to the part many of you are waiting for. How much is this coin worth today in circulated condition? In 2025, the circulated value of a 1971 5 new pence coin is typically that's right. In most cases, it's worth about face value or slightly more. Collectors are usually not paying a premium for circulated versions unless the coin is in extremely fine or uncirculated condition. Now, are there any versions of this coin that are more valuable? The answer is yes, but they are rare. Uncirculated or brilliant uncirculated (BU) versions in their original packaging or mint sets can fetch a few pounds, around £1 to £3 GBP depending on condition and demand. Coins with mint errors, like double strikes, off-center strikes, or blank planchets, are also sought after by niche collectors and may go for higher prices, especially in auctions. But the regular circulated coin? Its value is mostly sentimental or historical, so should you keep your 1971 5 new pence coin? If you're a beginner coin collector, absolutely. It's a great piece of UK coinage history, symbolizing the birth of decimalization. But if you're expecting a high resale value for a common circulated one, it might be best to hold on to it for personal enjoyment rather than profit. Here are some quick fun facts before we wrap up. The new pence wording was used from 1968 to 1981. After that, coins started using the word 5 pence to match the new design and denomination standards. The original large-sized 5p coin, like the 1971 version, was demonetized in 1990 and replaced by a smaller 5p coin. Despite no longer being legal tender, the old large 5p coins are still treasured by collectors around the world. The 1971 UK 5 new pence coin may not be a rare treasure in terms of money, but it holds a special place in the history of modern British currency. It's a coin that marked the beginning of a new financial era, and for that reason alone, it's a great addition to any collection. The 1971 UK 5 new pence coin was part of one of the most significant changes in British monetary history, decimalization. Before 1971, Britain used a complex currency system based on pounds, shillings, and pence. 1 pound equals 20 shillings, 1 shilling equals 12 pence, therefore, 1 pound equals 240 pence, old pence. On 15 February 1971, known as Decimal Day, the UK adopted a simpler, decimal-based system. The 5 new pence coin was first introduced in 1968, 3 years before decimalization, to help the public get used to the new coins. It directly replaced the shilling and was the same size and weight. The 1971 version of the 5p coin was the first to be minted with the new decimal year in full circulation, following the official launch of decimal currency. Features the young portrait of Queen Elizabeth II by Arnold Machin, which was first used in 1968. The Queen is shown wearing the Girls of Great Britain and Ireland tiara. Designed by Christopher Ironside, The reverse features a crowned thistle, symbolizing Scotland. The thistle is a traditional national emblem and part of British heraldry. Metal composition *** copper nickel, 75% copper, 25% nickel. Weight *** 5.65 grams diameter *** 23.59 mm edge *** milled over 353 million coins were produced. This large mintage means that the 1971 5p coin is very common and not rare in circulated condition. In 1990, the UK government introduced a smaller-sized 5p coin due to economic and practical reasons. The older, larger 5p coins, including the 1971 version, were withdrawn from circulation and officially demonetized on 31 December 1990. The wording "New Pence" was also dropped in 1982, and coins afterwards simply read 5 pence. It's a milestone coin from the first year of full decimal currency in the UK. It represents a bridge between the old and modern British coinage systems. It showcases classic British coin design and craftsmanship. It's a piece of everyday history, still found in collections, drawers, and flea markets. While the 1971 5 new pence coin is not valuable in money terms, in circulated condition, its historical significance and nostalgic charm make it a must-have for beginner and heritage collectors. Today, we're diving deep into a classic British coin, the United Kingdom 5 new pence coin from 1979. We'll talk about its history, design, rarity, and most importantly, its circulated value. So, if you're a collector or just curious about this coin, make sure to stick around till the end. The 5 new pence coin, or 5p for short, is part of the decimalisation process the UK undertook in 1971. Before decimalisation, the British currency system was pounds, shillings, and pence. But after 1971, the UK switched to a decimal system, making coins like the 5p common currency. The 5 new pence coin was first introduced in 1968 as a smaller version of the old 5 shilling coin, but was only introduced into general circulation in 1969. By 1979, these coins were well established and used daily by millions. Let's talk about the design. The 1979 5 new pence coin features the portrait of Queen Elizabeth II by Arnold McKim. This portrait was used on coins from 1968 to 1984. The Queen's young profile, wearing the Girls of Great Britain and Ireland tiara, is iconic. The reverse design, created by Christopher Ironside, features a crowned thistle, a traditional emblem of Scotland, symbolizing the UK's rich history. Diameter, 23.59 mm. Weight, 5.65 grams. Composition, copper nickel, 75% copper, 25% nickel. In 1979, approximately 84 million 5 new pence coins were minted by the Royal Mint. That's a huge number. So, this coin was definitely a workhorse of the British economy during that time. Because of this high mintage, the 1979 5p is not rare. You can still find many of these coins in circulation, in coin collections, and even in change jars today. Now, here's the big question. What's the value of a circulated 1979 5 new pence coin? Since this coin is very common, its value in circulated condition is usually just its face value, 5 pence. However, for collectors, it can be worth a bit more depending on uncirculated or proof versions, especially those with no wear or special minting errors, can fetch higher prices. But those are rare finds. Oh, why would some 1979 5p coins be worth more? The less wear, the higher the value. Coins without scratches, dents, or discoloration are prized. Sometimes coins are minted with mistakes, like off-center strikes or double dies, which collectors love. If you spot any oddities on your coin, it might be worth more. UK coins are popular with collectors worldwide, so market demand affects prices. If your coin grade's very fine or better, it might be worth holding on to. If you're looking to buy or sell 1979 5p coins, here's a quick tip: check out online marketplaces like eBay, where you can find listings ranging from a few pence to a couple of pounds, depending on condition. Local coin shops or coin fairs are also great places to get a hands-on look. And remember, if you're selling, get your coins graded professionally for a better price. Fun fact, the 5 new pence coin was reduced in size in 1990, so the 1979 version is larger than the ones you see today. Collectors often like these larger coins because they're nostalgic and easier to handle. So, to wrap it up, the 1979 UK 5 new pence coin is a classic piece of British numismatic history. While it's mostly worth face value in circulated condition, it can be a fun collectible and might surprise you if it's in excellent shape or has a mint error. Before we talk about value and design, let's take a step back and look at the history behind the 5 new pence coin, especially the one from 1979. UK used the old pounds, shillings, and pence system for centuries, with 12 pence in a shilling and 20 shillings in a pound. It was a complicated system that made everyday transactions tricky, especially with the rise of international trade, so, on 15 February 1971, the UK adopted decimalisation, moving to a system where the pound was divided into 100 new pence. This change was massive, not only in currency but in everyday life. The coins we knew and loved had to change or be replaced. The 5 new pence coin was introduced in 1968, before the full decimalisation day, as part of a gradual introduction of the new coins to get the public used to the decimal system. Interestingly, the 5p coin was the exact same size and weight as the old shilling coin, so it was easy for people to adapt. The Royal Mint designed the 5p coin with the goal of making it both practical and symbolic. The reverse featured the crown thistle, which represents Scotland, acknowledging the United Kingdom's heritage and the importance of each nation within the Union. Why 1979, the 5 new pence coin was firmly established in everyday transactions, paying for bus fares, snacks, and more. But the story didn't end there. In 1990, the coin was reduced in size because the original was considered too large for such a small denomination, and the mint wanted to save on metal costs. So, the 1979 5p coin is part of that big size series, something collectors really like. Over the decades, the 5p coin's design and size have changed, but the 1979 version remains a classic symbol of a time when Britain was transitioning into the modern monetary era. It captures a moment of history where tradition met change. When you hold a 1979 5 new pence coin, you're holding a piece of British history, a coin that was used by millions during a pivotal time in the UK's economic development. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, hit that like button, subscribe for more coin content, and ring the notification bell so you never miss an update. Got a 1979 5p coin in your collection? Drop a comment below and let me know what condition it's in, or if you've ever found a rare error. Until next time, keep collecting and stay curious.